I was shocked when I heard the news that the host of one of my favorite camera YouTube channels is retiring.
I'm done.
Gerald Undone said he's bored with talking about cameras on YouTube. I've been under the assumption that running a camera channel on YouTube is the ultimate job that you can never get tired of. Could I be wrong? One of the reasons Gerald gave for losing interest in doing camera reviews is that the technological advances in the new releases is kind of flatlined.
When I started this channel 10 years ago, I was legitimately very interested in cameras. I was obsessed to some degree. And that version of me would have been ecstatic to have shelves filled with interesting and expensive camera paraphernalia. And while I consider myself very fortunate and feel thankful for the opportunity to build what I did over the last decade, and of course to enjoy the many comforts and perks that come along with that, I also need to accept that my interest in this category has significantly waned as the products themselves have gotten better.
Diana Gladney explained that you really don't need to upgrade to the latest camera every time.
Because if I'm being honest, cameras have shifted. Cameras have changed. Not for the worse, not for the better, but they've just changed to the point that like the industry has changed. You don't need to buy a new camera every iteration. You don't need to buy a new whatever just came out type thing. It's not necessary. I remember like the golden age for me in my memory of like buying cameras and trying this and, you know, it's like, oh, this one has this feature, this one has this one. I wonder what's coming next.
I admit that when Lumix finally adopted phase detect autofocus and the Sony a7 IV came out with 4K 120, albeit with the APS-C crop, it does seem like there's no more advancements for the camera companies to make. But I don't think camera companies are completely done surprising us yet. Like one day there might be OpenGate on the Sony a7 IV, and it might actually film in 8K. If Gerald Undone's not around to do the testing, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm not sure I'll ever get bored with talking about new camera releases, but there is something that Gerald mentioned on a podcast with Jared Pullen that really hit home. He mentioned getting emails from brands to make videos for new product releases.
Like me, you get those emails that's like, hey, we got a new whatever coming out and we'd love to send it to you. And my brain only did one of two things. It'd be like, is there any money I can make on that video? Like, can I make enough money making that video that I can convince myself it's worth doing? Or is there anything about it I'm legitimately interested in? And the second one could reduce the impact of the first one. Like if I was really curious about it, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not making any money on it, but this is a cool feature. The second thing started to happen less and less and less. You would go to a briefing and you'd be like, this is the same. I've seen this camera. I've already seen it 5 times.
Even though I'm a small channel, I have started to get some emails from brands to do reviews. Although none of them have been to review cameras or lenses, mostly office furniture and tripods, I can identify with this problem of trying to do a video when you're not quite enthusiastic about the product. One reality check I have had about doing a camera YouTube channel is that when a brand sends you something for free, there's definitely a cost involved, as Tony and Chelsea explained in this old episode.
All right, let's talk about free stuff, because I know that a lot of people hear about how YouTubers get free stuff, and that is true, but there's an old saying, TANSTAFL, which stands for there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. That means nothing is ever really free. There's always strings attached. So it can start really low level, like
once you get 10,000 subs, somebody with a USB battery charger is going to contact
that's like
you.
the first one. Like that's like level 1. You're going to get a free USB battery charger.
And then it's exciting. You're like, I have made it. That has a $29.99 value.
I have arrived.
Yeah.
Dad's getting this for Christmas.
I specifically accepted that 10,000 YouTube battery charger, and that's when I learned the TANSTAFL lesson. I was like, yeah, send that over. And then they're hounding me like every 15 minutes, like, where's the video? Where's the video? You need to hit these 5 talking points. We need it to be 8 minutes in length. I was like, what? No, it's a $30 battery charger. I'm not doing anything.
There's like a cultural difference. They're like, this is so unprofessional of you. You don't have your review out yet.
I haven't received a free battery charger, but I did get a request to review a flashlight. Even though I knew that wasn't the best fit for a camera channel, I have a hard time saying no to free things. But then I watched Camera Conspiracies, and he let me know that it's okay to turn down some offers.
So shilltubers, grow a sack. Say no to these companies and their demands. Just say, yes, I will review your lens, but you're not going to see it. That's why I respect Gerald. Every video at the beginning, he's like, this company did not get input. They did not get to see this. No money changed hands. Money's changing into my hands, I'll tell you that much. We don't all have the Square Shack sponsorships keeping us going through Thanksgiving, if you know what I mean. So it's like, I don't mind getting paid. I'm transparent. You can't buy me. This might be the last time that company chooses to pay me for a review because they're going to see, oh shit, uh-oh, don't worry, bad publicity is good publicity. So like, I'm going to look for the flaws. Does it autofocus well on my Sony? Does the stay perform for slow motion street videography? Is it flat as all hell? Most reviewers don't even pay attention to that.
Since YouTube AdSense doesn't pay very much unless you get a lot of views, it's really tempting when a brand offers you money for a video. But when a brand expects you to shed a positive light on a product that you're not too thrilled with, there's definitely a moral dilemma. I've decided to take Vu Wen's advice in drawing a line when doing sponsored content.
I'm trying to figure out where I draw the line when it comes to sponsored content on my social media. I can't say no to money if it's going to help me provide for my family. So it's like, I need to draw a line somewhere. I need to know, I need to set my personal standards on what it is I'm willing to talk about. All I know is that if I say anything positive about a product here, it is never going to be a lie. If I make any blanketed opinion on anything on this channel, that it will be 100% my opinion. If I say I think this particular product is worth the money, I think it works great and it's worth the money, that is legitimately my opinion. If I think the product is complete trash, it would 100% not make it on any of my content.
The only thing that would really stop me from uploading on this camera channel is burnout. Definitely have a problem obsessing over the analytics on this channel. When the views go up, it puts me in a good mood. But when a video tanks, it really makes me feel like a loser. Casey from Camera Conspiracies gave some great advice about not looking at your analytics so often.
So here are my tips on how I survive this hell. I used to count my views every month. I no longer do that. It's once a year I check. How many views did I get that year? Okay, cool. It was better than last year, even though I made less money. Oh, I love the math. Love the math on that one. So got more views last year, cool. But like the year before was a down year. And I used to check it every month. And you go crazy. You're like, okay, I used to get like 2.4 million views a month. Ooh, I'm a success. Down to 800,000. Wow, that's much less. I'm still putting in the same amount of work. What happened? Is YouTube suppressing me or do I suck? So it's like you deal with these things by just focusing on the fun. I love making videos. I love goofing off. I love cheering people up. So it's like, this is what I do. It doesn't matter what the views are, just go. Just stop thinking about all that. Just go, have the fun. Go create.
I will miss Gerald Undone's camera content, but I don't think he's done forever. Some of my favorite YouTube channels have taken a long break, only to return stronger than ever. Diana Gladney took a pause to reflect on the direction of her channel, and now she's back with some of the most amazing content.
But I'm just saying, like the camera community as a whole, somewhere there's been a disconnect. I think some of that is with brand partnerships. I think some of that is with, I like to call it organic transparency, like organic authenticity, I think is the more accurate phrase, because even like authenticity has been a word that's just been a marketing term somehow. But I think organic authenticity is something that is like missing. There's so many things between your people and you that, again, this trust gap has just expanded to a weird dynamic in a weird space and stuff like that. So for me, like I said, I personally, I don't want to be part of the problem.
My passion for cameras is stronger than ever, and although some brand deals have almost led me astray, I don't see myself quitting this camera channel anytime soon. If you like this video, give it a like, consider subscribing for more camera-related content from a newbie like me. God bless.